good, y'all? It's your girl, Voice of Myron. I'm here with Raw Footage Films.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Raw Footage Films. Got my homegirl Myra in the building with us tonight. Know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
It's been a minute. We ain't never get this our first time sitting down really for an interview. I'd like to start off with like how you feeling right now?
I'm alright. Taking it one day at a time.
Okay, she came in here with the coat on looking like Ray J. Blige for the night. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what's up. Taking it one day at a time.
Yeah.
So I know we sitting down here to talk about our recent loss of a brother, know what I mean, and also a big factor in the music game right now in the city of Twiin. Know what I mean, he had a very strong impact on the culture,
Yeah.
and also is the brother of Voice of Myron. So. So since this been going on, you know, how you been holding up?
It's been hard. Sometimes I would say some moments is a little harder than others. Some days, you know, everything is fine, and other days everything is like not fine. But I would say that our family is big, so when I'm not feeling so good, you know, I would have somebody reach out, another sibling, and then other days where I'm feeling good, it might be laid on my heart to reach out to another sibling, and they might not be so good. So I've been having people to, you know, lean on when I'm not so strong, and I'm able to be strong for others when they're not so strong. And my honey as well has been a help when, you know, I had those moments, or whatever time it is, and we home, and you know, it's a back and forth thing. I never experienced this before, this type of grief, you know, this close. So I'm just taking it day by day and still just realizing that this shit is real.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the first time I got introduced to his music is when the day of the balloon release.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it started raining, but I'm sitting there like catcher and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and to see how everybody like knew every single song. You know, listen to his music. What do you think of his music? Just listening to it now.
I would say I got a different ear for it now because I want to talk to him.
Right.
So it's like, I think that the beauty of being an artist is your message, your voice, your whatever will be a forever thing. You know, as long as we got technology, it'll be a forever thing. And I mean, even if we don't, because most artists, you know, we write our stuff down somewhere. So I would say that, you know, Brown has always been a dope artist in my eyes. I would say that me and his music is similar but very much different. And now, you know, I'm listening a little bit more. I'm listening deeper to what he's saying. So yeah, that's how I feel about his music. It's dope. It's been dope, but now it's like doper because it has a deeper meaning to me, you know. So and then all of his music too is like really up tempo. It's like fast. He got like a song or two that's a little slow. You know what I'm saying? And it was like that song he went off of I could feel it in the air. He went off that one. And that song did make me cry when I just recently listened to it. I listened to it a few times, but all these other ones, it's just like sad, but it's just like you can't be so sad listening to like turn shit. Like he talked about all turn shit on turn beats and things of that nature. So it's like you gotta like, it's bittersweet.
Right. Now, to see everybody so gravitated to his music and know all the words, how does that make you feel, like to come out and see that, like the impact that he had on people through his music?
It's a great feeling. And I always knew that my brother was like really popular and like he do numbers. You know what I'm saying? He always did numbers. My brother been doing music before me. You know what I'm saying? And regardless if he was taking it serious or not, he always has done music, you know? And my dad did music in you know, back in his day. So I guess it kind of just went on to my brother and somehow it kind of like got on to me. But he has always been a lit individual. So it didn't matter what he was doing, he was always gonna have like that great following, that great support, you know. Um, but to physically see everybody coming out and stuff like that, it's a great feeling, and it's just confirmation that he was that dude. And I already knew that shit though. But it's just like everybody, you know, and they have so much respect for him. And even though I feel like, and I'm sure my sister feel the same way, my older sister, like we may have lost a physical brother, but I feel like we've gained so many more. Like his friends really look out for us as far as like making sure, like while this was going on, making sure we good, like anything y'all need, just that and the third. And it just was like, you know, usually when you got like that brother, it's like, I don't gotta do this, I don't gotta do that. But like now it just kind of seems like, now it's just like his real brothers have become like in some sort like brothers to us, you know. So it's a dope experience to see like how everybody love my brother, and still like he's still all over social media. Like we're going on 2 weeks now. You know, usually somebody pass away, it's like it start to die down, but it's just like every time I get on social media, somebody is still posting about him. Somebody's still reposting something in his regard. Like he's really that dude, and he been that dude. So it's a great feeling to see everybody like show up for him.
Yeah, word.
Yeah.
Now, how much more do the music mean to you now?
Um.
Now, you know, being that y'all both are siblings and y'all got such a great deal of like for music, and you know, y'all share that together. Now that he's moved on, uh, where you at with it now? Like, far as music, how does the music gravitate to you now?
Um. I would say that I know that I have a bigger assignment, and that's why I text my manager the other day, like, listen, we need to put together a plan. I really need real management to really do these things that I know that I have to do. I know I'm capable of doing, and even more now, because everything me and him related. Like I have a close relationship with all of my siblings. Don't get me wrong. But me and Breon related on a completely different level because we had so much in common, you know, and that's why we was the twins out of all of the siblings. So I feel like my purpose is deeper now. So I know that I need to refocus, you know, and I kind of feel like I'm in that stage of like, you know, like still grieving, um, but I have to get back to work. And even before this happened, I had so much other stuff going on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My dog of 13 years died literally 7 days prior to that, and I just didn't even understand why I was grieving, or I'm not even gonna say understand. I wasn't expecting to be that hurt the way that I was. And then just when I calmed down from that, that happened. But even prior to that, I had just moved, and just personal things was just really life. Life is life, and
Right.
you know. And I feel like a lot of the younger artists, they don't have as much to have to like focus on or figure out or still do in their means of creating. The older you are as being an artist, it's just like I still have to be these things. I still have to be Tyra's mom. I still has to be my honey's woman. I still have to be the woman in the house. I still have to be these different things in Voice of Myra. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like I know that I just the assignment is just bigger now. My what I'm supposed to be of service for is just it's more serious now. You know, but to whom much is given, much is required. So it's just
Right.
like the things that I meditate on and the visions that I see when I close my house that I see, and what I see, the things that I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna change and give back Trenton and change the lives of people around me, it's gonna come with big work. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like this right here was just an add-on, but I ain't gonna lie, it gave me more of a purpose. I already found my purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But with this, it's just like, all right, like this shit is for real. And I know that I know that I know that it's a lot of things that I have to do. My brother, like, you know, I feel like the sweet part about it is for me is My brother is he could be real close with you, and then he could be real standoffish. That is who he is. Period. But even during those weeks or days, because it'll never be too long, but a days or however long where he's just a little too quiet. We'll say that when he's a little bit too quiet, he always still resurfaced. And around this time that this happened, he had resurfaced. You know what I'm saying? So we was talking a lot. He even told me that he wants to he want to make sure that when he get in those moods of wanting to just disappear from the world, because he gets like that, he still want to be able to check in. And we were just in a good space. We talked about a lot of stuff, and we apologized to each other about something or two, because we never really got into it. You know what I'm saying? But we was just in a really, really good space. So that's easier for me to accept my purpose, because I'm not in no type of stage of guilt in any regard with him. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it could be that way. God forbid if something happens to your loved one and you just ain't speaking to him, or you mad about he done ate your cheesesteak and you told him no. Just those type of things are things you might have said. So now the music definitely means more. I have a bigger purpose, but I'm just ready to get to work. I'm just ready to get to work.
Okay. Now, with all the extra weight you was just talking about that piles on with dealing with a situation like this, how you deal with that? How you getting through with that? Besides, I know you got the support, but at the end of the day, we gotta deal with whatever we gotta deal with if we need something fixed with us. So, how have you dealt with that?
Well, usually I would be journaling, but now that I'm back in my own space and still, in the process of unpacking and stuff like that, I haven't been journaling. I would say my boyfriend's dad had just mentioned a prayer group to me, right? So I had joined this prayer group, and this is before this happened, and I didn't know why I really was like, it just was happening too easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just too easy for me to just get on this prayer group. I was committing to it like every night, like I was on it. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like God was really preparing me for what was about to happen. So I would say the prayer group has helped me that I had joined. Prior to that, praying to God, just praying, really, that's been really getting me through it, because I would be somewhere like, meditating or journaling, but I wasn't in a comfortable space to really do that. So I really just was praying. I really just was praying, and I would do my freestyle Fridays and stuff like that. Even that slowed up a little bit, because things was just getting really like hard for me. It really was. But I don't know, just trusting God and listening to. YouTube was like really my best friend, because I'd be on YouTube listening to all kinds of like inspirational interviews. That's what got me through it. That's the answer right there. I would be listening to so many different interviews from the School of Greatness. I listened to Wallow. I think her name is Melissa Robbins. Like, just different people that I listened to. The Stoic Principles. I would listen to all of that. Like, my YouTube channel, you go on there, what's recommended is all of that type of stuff that the average person would be like, this bitch is weird. Like, I just had to stay in tune with that type of talk, because I knew that it was more than what I was experiencing, especially because I wanted more, I saw more, I desired more, and then I have the talent to get me. I'm the person to get me to where I want to be. So I would say those YouTube messages, and then I'm with somebody that if I ain't listening to it, he listening to it. That's all he listened to. So sometimes we would even get in arguments, because sometimes I would want him to like be a little bit more sympathetic with me when I would have those down days where it's just like, this is what's going on, like I'm sad about it, whatever else the case is, and him next to me will be somewhere like, not thinking like that or not even like paying that no mind, and me as a woman will be looking like you're not being supportive, but he like, I can't go there with you because we can't change the mindset. We gotta stay on this certain mindset. We gotta stay this certain way. We can't change it up because Tuesday you woke up feeling a little bit down. Like, nah. So that YouTube, God, Breon,
Right.
he helped me
Right.
because before this, he's the one. It didn't matter where I was at, no matter what I was going through. He helped me. He helped me a lot. So yeah.
Okay. Now, before you started writing the Dear WAP, what was your mindset before you even start putting the pen or started writing?
Well, I was working on my mixtape. Period. I had about 3 songs that I needed to touch up. So that session was already booked. So when that happened, I knew that I had a session that Sunday because I think it was the very next day. It was literally the very next day. That's crazy. I already had that session to finish up my mixtape. So I knew that Breon would not have not wanted me to go to my session. It didn't matter if whatever I had planned, he wanted me to not go. But he definitely wanted me to not go to the session. So I never canceled the session. The producer, Quest, didn't even know what was going on. So when I got there, he found out too. So it was just a very emotional session. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know if I was just gonna go there and just cry. I didn't know. Maybe he was gonna tell Quest to go upstairs, give me some time. I don't know what I was gonna do, but I know that I needed to still just get there. So when I got there, I had told him put on the Letter to Big, the instrumental, and I just sat there and I just started writing to him. And I mean, the thought, like I was just a little foggy, with everything. It was just hard for me to write certain things because I was kind of going back and forth with myself about certain things that I was writing. But I knew that I just had to live in my truth of what was going on. So yeah, the lyrics, I just was living in my truth with the lyrics. It was hard. It was painful. It was hard. That was a really hard session.
Okay.
But
after you get through the session and actually sit down and listen to what you record, what was your thoughts then after it was done?
My thoughts then were the same as they are now. Like, damn. The only thing that I can say is I know you fucking lying. That's all I still say that to this day. Because it's so surreal. Literally. Like when they look back on whatever, I guess, the footage that they may have had for like ShopRite and shit, where it happened. This happened about 1-ish. My brother just called me. I just talked to him at 11:30. He was on his way to come drop his daughter off. Not drop her off, but he was on his way to come bring his daughter to me so I can do her hair for a birthday party. So, for me personally, I just talked to him. For me personally, I've been just talking to him. For me personally, he was just at my house. I still feel the hug when he left. Just made him a plate. He said he was gonna take it home, but he like, no, fuck this up now, sis. We laughed about it. We smoked. I ain't been smoking like that, My brother was there. I had to take a pull. We just So for me, personally, it's just me just shaking my head like, I know you fucking lying. It's no fucking way. Like, stop playing. To him. Not to God, but to him, because he's a big ass jokester. So it was just the same thing when I listen to it now, because I was listening to it like back to back for a while. But then I stopped listening to it because I was really just, I didn't feel like it was the best thing to do to listen to it. But I just listened to it again this morning. And I just still shake my head. Like, bitch. Stop playing.
Yeah. So now the day of the release was also the day for the shoot of the video. How did you even gear yourself up though to you know what I mean, to still want to go through with video shoot? Then on top of that, had a balloon release. Like that was a lot, because it was a lot for me to stand by and just record and watch it. Really, like it took a lot on me that day. I was like, damn, this is. But it was an impactful moment too at the same time. So, what was your mindset to even push through that?
I didn't have a choice in the matter. I didn't have a choice, because if I said no, if I said I wasn't going to do the session, if I did the session and then the day of the balloon release, I was feeling all kinds of like crazy. Like, imagine you feel like you gotta throw up in shit and can't do either. Nervous, like just sad, like all of those emotions in one bowl. If I would have just backed out on that, Breon would not be proud. He would not be proud. My conscience would not be proud. Like, those are the type of things. I'm the type of person where I don't even want to feel bad. I don't want to feel weird. Whatever I got to do to just make it okay, I'm going to just go ahead and do that. I don't care how people may make it look. It's about a feeling for me. So I didn't have a choice. I have a job to do. And that's just the reality of it. And I just feel like, even though I'm not the oldest, I'm the second oldest, I still had to be strong for them.
Right.
Especially the oldest. I feel like I had to be super strong for her. I feel like if she fucked up and I'm fucked up, it's bad. But if she's fucked up and I'm portraying to be strong, it's going to give her a little bit of strength.
Right.
And then if I'm messed up and she's a little bit of strong, that's going to give me a little bit of strength. So I had to do that. We planning, like, okay, we got to do a balloon release. I'm looking at mommy. She just lost her son.
Right.
I'm looking at older sister. She's fucking distraught. My nephew Jay trying to figure it out. Don't know what's going on. He the sweetest boy though. So he just trying to keep a smile while he crying. Poor Infinity. My good sister-in-law. Anila, the baby. I'm thinking of all of these people. So I can't, me adding on to that is just me adding on to that. There has to be some type of strength of structure. And I'm not saying that they're not strong and they're not doing the best. They're doing everything that they can do. I'm just saying what my mindset was. My mindset was thinking about Infinity, Nephew J, and this one and that one and this one and that one and everybody. So even though it's painful for me, I still have to push on and I still have to do the things that I have to do. And if that causes for me to have a moment where I got to take a moment, step back and say, listen, you're doing a little bit too much, and then breathe, and I got to do that. But for that balloon release needed to happen immediately. We couldn't wait. That had to happen. His friends, they stepped in. Everybody played a part. But, and I played my part. And I just felt like I couldn't not play my part because my brother wouldn't have no other way. We had to do the balloon release. I already had that session set up. There's no way I could have went in there and rapped about any fucking other thing other than my brother. It shit just happened the day before. So I didn't have a choice in the matter.
Okay. Word. Now, since the video's been done, what was your thoughts just looking at it?
I mean, the video was just very sad, and when I got the video back, I was just in a space where I had so much other shit going on that I'm just like, like, you know. But I think that, you know, with this interview, this would be a good time to put it out, you know, because a lot of people were asking when we was there, like, you know, when we want to shoot the video. And some people was just like, they was kind of like, they didn't want to say anything, but they wanted to say something because they see I had bigger fish to fry, because it was just more like, I wasn't even worried about the video. It just made sense to do it because it would be so real. It would be so real. It made sense to do it. I just did the freestyle. We all out here. It makes sense to do it. And that's something that, you know, my brother would understand. He understands the business behind it. He understands the industry. He understands these type of things. And honestly speaking, God forbid, had it been the other way, and he had a studio session the next day already scheduled, and God forbid it was me, he would go in there and he would do the same. I know that for real.
Turn up.
He would not go. He would have had to go. And when he had to go in there, he had to be real with himself. And if he felt like all the other siblings was handling it a certain way, he see mommy and he see, you know, we're not exactly the same, but we think a lot alike the same. But regardless of what, I just felt like, you know, I was just going with the flow, and it just felt like that's what needed to happen to capture that moment. You know, we already had a song, so that's what I did.
All right, so what is one of the most memorable moments with him?
With my brother? Oh my God, I can't even pick one. Because we vibe so good together, like, we just vibe so good together. But one thing that I will always say that would just always, like, stick with me is my siblings, we have this Indian accent, so we talk Indian to each other, you know? So, and it was just with so much love. He called, hello, my sister, what are you doing? And I'll be like, hey, Uncle Brian, I'm chilling. And we will have a whole conversation like that. And we watched, me, Aisha, and my brother watched Bad Santa, the first one. And it's this scene where
yeah, that was funny.
that's a good ass movie. And there's a scene where it was this Indian guy that was at the bar, and the Santa was in there, right, at the bar. And an Indian guy came out at the end and was like trying to like he was trying to like push up on, you know, the Santa. And he's like, yo, what's good with you? And he was Indian. So when he was talking shit to him, he was like, eyes clown. You know, just saying all kinds of shit. You know, like just saying mad shit. So we laughed so hard off that movie, and it's just like that stuck with us. So when we'll be like talking to each other, we'll say like different things at the end. We'll just be like, go in there, go grab that bottle, ass clown fucker, you know, like just from that movie.
Yeah.
So we had so many memories together. But I would say just us talking to each other like that, that's just really a moment, because separately he talks Indian with his friends, and they may not have known where he got that from. And separately, I talk that, like, my friends know. I will get to talking like that. We get at the gas station, I'm feeling good, I will get to talking like that. They be asking me like, are you really Indian? You know, and my sister do the same. But where it really came from was just something that we all created, like, as siblings. So that's a good memory to hold on to. But we had so many memories. We really are like funny in real life, like really them boys in real life, like really bomb niggas down to the ground in real life. So when you got people around you like that and they're actually your siblings, that shit make you even more fun.
Right. But besides music and, you know, that moment right there with the movie, what would be one of the things you would miss about it?
Um, just calling him for advice and hearing it immediately because he still gives it to me now. But I will call Breon, and it didn't matter where the fuck he was at or what he had going on. He was coming. He was coming. Like, he was coming. So I feel like I had like moments where I was a little upset these past, like, it's been happening like 2 times. And usually I would call him and he'll be like, what's wrong? And I'll be like, nothing. And he'd be like, I'm about to pull up, or I'm moving around right now. Give me a second, I'll be there. Or you sure you good? Because I can stop what I'm doing coming right now. Like, the fact that he was just always available for me is just like something that in the physical will be hard to accept. But like, I'm wise enough to know that he's still right here. Like, he's right here with me, you know? So I think spiritually, when they're not physically here, it's more of a graduate thing. There's more value on it. So with value, it don't come as fast. So usually I'm used to just texting or calling them and I get that answer. But now it's just like, and then I'll get that answer. But just physically seeing them and hugging them and just talking to them, I miss that.
What would you want? Hey, people that's not familiar with his music and stuff like that, what would you want? Like hip hop fans to remember him as far as his music.
That he was just that dude all around. Like, he was such a family man, you know. He didn't have that super example, in regard to how to be a father. And my dad is he's a wonderful man. He's a strong man. He's a great man, And I had seen a post that said, would you choose, your dad specifically, not parents, but your dad specifically in a lifetime? And I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Because my dad he's the best that he can be, and he's a great man, And my experience with him was different than Breon's experience with him. And what I love so much though about Breon is he was able to overlook and overcome so much from the past, that he had to be old enough to understand, and regardless of them, because they did have a good relationship at one point, you know what I'm saying? But regardless of what it was, regardless of what example he got, I'll say that, or lack thereof, he was a phenomenal dad. Like, phenomenal. And I think that's the part that hurts the most, is to know that my nephew Jay and my niece, like, they can't physically see him, because he is phenomenal with them kids. Like, he is phenomenal. Like, when I tell you phenomenal, phenomenal with them kids, man. Like like, I looked through my messages. I was reading my messages with him the other day, and all I'm seeing is, since I'm at the crib, since I'm with the kids, daddy duty, pull up, daddy duty. I'll be there when I'm done. Like, he is phenomenal. Like, he's a phenomenal individual. You know what I'm saying? And when he get hot-headed, he get hot-headed. But he only get hot-headed because he may feel disrespected and he ain't going for it, or he might feel like his loved ones is being disrespected. He not going for it. But he's a phenomenal individual, like, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a loyal person. He's a great dad, like an even better brother. He's fucking phenomenal. He's phenomenal.
So, moving forward, how would you like to remember and honor his name?
Moving forward, I would like to remember his name, just knowing that he stood by family. He stood on real principles. So I know that I have to do the same. You know what I'm saying? And I know that my job and the things that I have to do involve his kids. It just is what it is. You know, the mind state has changed tremendously because now it's just not me and, you know, the family that I've created. I now see me, you know, doing the things that I have to do for his family, for his kids, for the love of his life. I had to make sure they're good. I had to make sure Joy's good. So I know the things that he wanted. He was striving to do for his family, and I know that I just have to do it. I know that I have to do it because my nephew Jay is the sweetest little boy. Like, he's the sweetest little boy. He's so sweet, and it hurts the most to know that he knows that he just will never see him again. It's so hard because, you know, kids, it's fucked up, period. Like, with kids, you know, but my nephew Jay specifically, like, he is the sweetest little fucking boy. He's just so sweet. You know, and my niece, when we was there at the casket, they were saying, like, say bye to daddy, say bye to daddy. And she just kept trying to go to him. You know, that's it's just heartbreaking to see. So keeping on that, it just gives me like fuel, you know. Like, I gotta do these things. And I know that like money and lifestyle, things like that just won't change everything, but it'll just make it a little bit better for me because it's just like I know I have a job to do. Period. But it's a bigger feeling when I can take a deep breath and I've set them up the way that they need to be set up. I set them up the way that, you know, my brother would. And he's a his one dad. He's the breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't feel that. They can't feel that my brother's not there. I can't allow them to not feel that. So, I mean, I can't allow them to feel that. So, like, I have to do what I have to do. Not for me, not just for me and my family that I've created and the family that I've come from, but to the family that he's created. Right. You know? So, I just let him be my, you know, help me be my strength. My sister had said to me the other day, and oh man, it was just like I felt the same way. It gave me chills when she said it. It was just like, you know, like, I know God don't play about me, but it's just an even bigger feeling because I know my brother didn't play about me neither, and he up there, like, they both up there, and they're not gonna play about me. So I feel more safe, you know, like, I feel safe around my brother, but just knowing that he's in the spirit, it's just like I feel like really safe. I feel really safe.
Or
yeah.
All right. Any last words you would like to say?
It's gonna be an annual thing. We'll like announce everything, but like for his birthday and stuff like that, it's gonna be a really big deal in the town. Like, you know, I've always put something together, so I'm already knowing what I'm gonna do. So for his birthday, July 14th, his birthday I think is on a weekday this year, so it'll probably be the weekend after to just kind of let everybody cool down from 4th of July. But we'll do something really like nice, big, and turn, and then on his anniversary for his transformation, which is the 22nd of November, we're gonna do something more intimate. But you know, like, I just appreciate all the love, you know what I'm saying, that me and my family been getting, and you know, he's still here, and I just encourage everybody to just think about the positives, and like, you know, he was always somebody that gave advice. So if he ever gave you advice, just take that advice down, you know, because he's never going to want any of us to stop. You know, we have to keep doing what we supposed to be doing. We have to stay focused, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if we need some time to have a moment, but we got to keep going. You know, we got to keep going because he wouldn't have it no other way. So just keep going. just keep going.
Right. Do you want to give them a little day when you might be dropping a video or what? Or are you just gonna just drop it without notice? What we doing?
We can drop it. We can drop it with the interview. We gonna drop it with the interview.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's gonna drop with the video. I mean, with the interview. So cheers to that and his shirt. Almighty BreSkii. He looking down on us. So
Yep.
there's that. So shout out to him.
Shout out. Rest easy, bro.
Yes.
We gonna hold it up. Raw Footage Films.
Raw Footage Films. South Burv. BreSkii. WAP. Strongback. And Voice of Myra.